I grew up with two moms who made me feel guilty for being a boy. I need to say this right away. I'm not against gay people. My sister is gay, most of my friends are gay. But my childhood was really messed up. Everything seemed normal until 3rd grade when the bullying started. Some kid found out I had two moms and told everyone on the playground. Kids would make fun of me every single day. But honestly, the bullying at school wasn't even the worst part. At home, my moms Lisa and Karen never had anything good to say about men, ever. I'd hear them talking about how men were more violent, more selfish, more dangerous, and I'm sitting there as a 10-year-old boy thinking, is that what I'm gonna become? When I hit middle school, I started really wanting a dad, someone to talk to about guy stuff. But my moms had zero male friends, none. They homeschooled me during most of middle school, so I didn't even have male classmates to hang out with. I remember asking my mom Lisa one time if I could join this basketball team at the rec center. She said no because the coach was a man and she didn't trust him around kids. That's when I realized how deep their hatred of men went. The thing that really messed me up was when I was 12 and fully understood how I was born. My mom Karen carried me using an anonymous sperm donor, some random guy's donation that they paid for. I asked if I could know who my biological dad was and she literally laughed. She said, "You don't need to know that. You're lucky we even had you." That hurt more than anything anyone ever said to me. I felt like I wasn't born out of love. I was born because they could afford to buy the ingredients. My younger sister Emma came along a few years after me, and I could tell right away they wanted a girl instead of me. They treated her completely different. When her friends invited her to sleepovers, my moms would call the parents and ask if there were any men in the house. If the answer was yes, Emma couldn't go. One time, Emma's friend's dad answered the phone and my mom Karen told him straight up that she didn't trust men around young girls. Emma was so embarrassed she cried for hours. But the worst part was they never thought about how this affected me. I was a boy in a house where everyone acted like boys were the enemy. Father's Day was torture every single year. I'd see my friends posting pictures with their dads, going fishing or to baseball games. Meanwhile, I'm at home pretending the day doesn't exist because bringing it up would just make my moms angry. When I turned 16, I went back to public school for high school. I thought finally I'd have normal guy friends, but I had no idea how to act around other boys my age. I didn't know what they talked about, how they dressed, how they joked with each other. I felt like an alien trying to blend in. I taught myself how to talk like them and dress like them, but I never felt comfortable. It was all an act. A few months ago, I found some of my half-siblings online through this donor registry website. There are like 8 of us spread across the country. We all have the same biological dad, but none of us know who he is. Just a donor number and some basic physical description. Brown hair, 6 feet tall, blood type O positive. That's all we'll ever know. The crazy part is all my half-siblings grew up with dads in their homes. I'm the only one who didn't. We video called once and they were all talking about their families and I just sat there feeling empty. Last year when I turned 18, I moved out the day after graduation. My moms didn't even try to stop me. I think they were relieved. I'm not in contact with them anymore. My sister Emma calls me sometimes and says she wants to leave too. She's starting to see how messed up our childhood was. I told her the second she turns 18, she can crash at my place. The thing nobody talks about is how lonely it feels to not know half of where you come from. Adopted kids get support for wanting to find their birth parents. Kids with dead dads at least have photos and stories. I have nothing, just a number in some database and the knowledge that my biological dad is out there somewhere and my mom doesn't even know what his face looks like.